Have you ever wondered how to increase your profits exponentially? We review this book to give you some tips that may help you. We would greatly appreciate it. So before we get started, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon for pop-up notifications for my next videos. Let's look at Robert Kiyosaki. He had two dads, his real dad and his friend's dad. His real father had a PhD, and the other didn't even finish high school. His real father would say things like, "I can't afford it." And the other said, "How can I pay for it?" Both supported education, but one focused on studying a career, and the other focused on studying money. One of them died struggling financially, and the other died as one of the richest men in Hawaii. Kiyosaki decided to learn from his friend's father instead of his own. This is important to know because we can do what Kiyosaki did and learn from other people who know this topic very well. Have you ever heard people say, "Oh, I wish I had more money. I quit this job. Paid-your system stinks. I need to get a second job because I need more money." And I'm sure all of us can relate. But the problem here is that it doesn't really matter how much money we're making if we don't even understand it. Let me ask you something. What is the first thing you would do if you had a raise at your job of $10,000 a month starting today? Would you buy a new car and a new house? Take a trip to Vegas to celebrate? This is actually the reaction most people have. They make more money, so they spend more. Now, I'm sure you're starting to understand that money alone doesn't make you rich. The most important thing to learn is the difference between an asset and a liability. Let's define them in very simple terms. An asset is something that brings money into your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Almost anything can be an asset or a liability. If you own a home and take money out of your pocket, it's a liability. But if you rent that house and it makes you money, then it's an asset. The difference between the poor, the middle class, and the rich is that the poor have expenses. And I'm not talking about living expenses. I mean, spending money on things. The middle class buy liabilities, who think they are assets. I'm sure you've heard people say that their home is their biggest investment, so they think of it as an asset. However, his alleged asset cost its owners at least a couple thousand a month. The rich spend their time and money getting assets, which makes more money. They use that money to buy more assets, which makes more money and buys more assets. That's why the rich get richer, and the poor middle class stays the same. And it really doesn't matter how much money you're making. If you have a job and you make $10,000 a month, and you buy expensive cars, bottles of wine, and timeshares in Vegas, and spend all your money at the end of the month, you have a poor person's mindset. The same goes if you have a monthly income of $2,000. You spend only $1,500, and the rest you use to buy assets. Eventually, those assets will bring you more money to buy more assets. And yes, if you keep doing this, and you won't need your job anymore. Assets can be things like real estate businesses, paper assets like stocks and bonds, books you've written, or products you've created. A lot of people are going to say, "What if I lose my money building a product or a business?" And it's a valid point. There is a risk to take. But they don't say the same thing when they go and buy their big flat-screen TV, or a new car, or even all the money they spend on junk food. Look, I'd rather spend my money creating something I'm passionate about, and that has the potential to become an asset than on things I don't need. And even if I lose my money, the experience and knowledge I gain from building those things are incredibly valuable. Much more valuable than sitting on the couch keeping up with the Kardashians. Let me give you a bit of tax history. You know the story of Robin Hood, right? The kind he takes from the rich and gives to the poor. Yes, that guy. Well, a long time ago in England and the United States, there were no taxes. The government would only collect taxes to pay for wars, like the Civil War or the fight against Napoleon. So the government decided to establish permanent taxes, which you didn't know was that the government told people that taxes will only punish the rich so they can help the poor. So all those captivated by the ideal of Robin had voted for this law, and it became constitutionally legal. But the government's appetite for money grew so big that they started bankrupting everyone, including the middle class, the poor, and the rich. Well, they were too smart for this. They found loopholes to keep their hard-earned money. That's why Warren Buffett is so proud to say that his tax rate is lower than his secretary's tax rate. Corporations, when you hear the word corporation, you can imagine big buildings and all that. But really, that whole corporation is just a folder full of papers. Yes, a folder full of papers allows the company to make all the expenses first and then pay taxes on what is left. That means you spend as much money as you can. Then at the end, you just say, "Okay, I'll pay with what's left." And that's why the poor and middle class pay so much more in taxes than the rich. Learn from people who know the subject well, work to acquire assets, and limit liability capabilities. Learn to keep most of your money. There are secrets on how to get rich, and if you take the time to learn them, you too could be on the right path to building wealth. Business owners and entrepreneurs are well positioned to build their wealth and grow ever richer. However, we're not talking about a get-rich-quick scheme. Most self-made millionaires have built their wealth through their businesses. When you own a business, you can control the amount of wealth you want to create for yourself. You can tailor your business to your revenue and profit goals. Smart business owners understand that income doesn't dictate your wealth, but profits do, and the higher the profit margins. In your business, the more money you keep in your pocket. As an owner, the money mindset is everything. You need to have a positive money mindset when it comes to building wealth. Everyone has a money story, and it's your job to understand what yours is and if it's holding you back. Reframing your story with a millionaire's mindset is essential to success because rich people think differently. You cannot treat learning how to get rich as a phase in your life. It requires work and commitment. 2 millionaires. 1. Those that exceed budget limits, even for millionaires, because there is no unlimited supply of money. 3. Money management is key. Good money management is very important to getting rich and staying rich. Money management is a behavior and a habit. You need to be aware of where you are investing and spending your money. There is a specific strategy for growing and maintaining your wealth, and you should follow it like an exercise regimen. 4. Invest your money to grow. It's smart to invest in assets that appreciate in value over time and give you a return on your investment, such as dividends or interest payments. The goal is to build your portfolio of assets and make it so strong that you can live on passive income and retirement. 5. Build your business around your personal financial goals. As a business owner, you have more control over the money you earn compared to being an employee on a fixed salary. If you want more money in your pockets, you can increase your income and profit margins to ensure you take home more money. The more profit you have in your business, the more a dividend or bonus may be paid, depending on the legal structure of your business. 6. Create multiple sources of income. Smart business owners create more than one stream of income, which protects them from fluctuations in the market. That means if one source of income dries up due to market conditions, other sources of income can protect you from a loss. 1. Don't delegate your power. This is the most important tip. Hiring financial assistants, such as accountants and financial advisors, does not grant you the authority to manage your company's finances. No one will care as much about your money as you do. 7. Never give up your financial power. Take the time to invest in educating yourself about money management so you can monitor what's going on and understand when an investment isn't doing your portfolio justice. The bottom line is that knowing how to get rich is something you learn. There are no guarantees that if you start a business, you will get rich because even the best business ideas fail due to poor execution. But if you educate yourself and get help to make your business a success, you will increase your chances of success. That brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and let us know. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our new content. See you soon. Thanks for watching.